Howdy folks, we're back, we're live, we're moving onwards. Seb with a new name, he's got a brand new name. Sammy Snake's here, Joshua's here, Rosie's here. Josh got a timeout. I gave Josh a timeout. Evening Finn, good to see you mate. Good to see you. I did see it, yeah. I did see it. I would say that's fair enough if that's the case, but there's not much the referee could do from what was shown. So, from the actual replay, it looked like it was grounded. So, yeah. I gave you a timeout because basically I'll start the stream when I'm ready. That's why. Heard Salford news? Yes, I have. Good to see you again, Kieran. Good to see you. Rovers fans stuck in the M62. Not good. Not good. Right, there's a poll in the live stream chat. If you guys have a vote, place your votes now. Let's see who you think is going to win this. Team lists are up on screen. I'll do a quick run through. No French is a surprise. Yeah, I mean, LUFC Lewis 22 sounds like a new name in here. If this is your first time in here, welcome to the live stream. So yeah, if you got an exact score as well, the fan is on. I will turn that off before we get started. So yeah, it's on for now because it's hot in here. Time for a league decider, in my opinion. True. In flashbacks from when we played Huddersfield on a Thursday. Oh, Rosie also asked a question before. You do our Huddersfield Giants game live stream on Sunday. But yeah, I do every game that's pretty much every game that isn't a clash with a Warrington home game, basically. 22 degrees. It's bloody boiling. Also, I've got a TP link in the wall that gets hot. I've got a PC. I've got an Xbox that I've still got on for some reason. I might as well turn that off. I've got this monitor. I've got this LED light that's here. That gets hot. This TV gets boiling. Absolutely boiling. So, it is ridiculous in here. Will Price signing for Wigan? Is he? You got KR12, Wigan 8. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. I forgot to save the new one, that's why. Thank you for pointing that out. There we go. Yep, I forgot to... Xbox turns into a heater, absolutely. I might as well just turn... Yeah, I'm going to turn it off, actually. I don't know why I've got it on. I don't need it on. Yes, I've heard the Salford news. That is unfortunate stuff. I'm a little bit more concerned about the repercussions for the game. I'm a little bit more concerned about that. Salford have backed out for the game against Wakefield, so that game's not going ahead. So I'm not sure what's going to happen now. So that'll be free win for Wakefield. What points to get, I don't know. Whether it'll just be seen as a 0-0 but win, or whether they'll be given specific points for it. I'm not too sure. Who said the protest couldn't happen? Well, sure. They might still do it anyway. I think it's worth doing it and then doing it at the next Salford one as well. They might as well. Morning, Sleepy Q. Good to see you. 6 a.m. was it for you? So yeah, the team list. Sorry, I forgot to save that properly, but yeah, it's up on the screen now. So the team lists, I'll do one run through now, one before we start. For Wigan, they have Field, Miskey, Eckersley, Wardle, Marshall, Kieran and Smith. In the forwards, it includes Havard, O'Neill, Byrne, Walters, Farrell and Ellis. On the benches, Mago, Leeming, Dupree and Hill. 18th man is Douglas. For Hull Kingston Rovers, in the backs, they have Broadbent, Davies, Hiku, Batchelor, Burgess, Lewis and Morg. In the forwards, it includes Sue, Litton, Whitbread, Hadley, Martin and Minchella. On the benches, Warrior Hargreaves, Luckley, Tanginoa and Leyland. Dorrow is the 18th man. If I remember, the other team gets 2 points and a 40-point win. Okay. Alright. I would personally say Wakefield shouldn't get anything for points difference. If it's Salford that's had to back out, then Wakefield should get the 2 points due to forfeit, but I don't think they should get anything for points difference. 5 AM in Port Moresby, damn. Well, good morning to you. Thank you for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated. We're very close to 11.2k subscribers. We're only 5 away, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. That would be great. If you could leave a like on the stream as well, that'd help to get it out there to more people. That would be splendid as well. So thank you very much. United play Arsenal at 4:30 on Sunday. Should be a great game. I can't wait for... Oh, I didn't even see what the score was today in the soccer ball. Oh, that's at 8 o'clock. I'm sure it was... I thought I saw it was... Oh, that would have been build-up, wouldn't it? They would have done a massive thing at build-up, that's right. So yeah, Liverpool versus Bournemouth. I'm not going to be watching it, obviously. If people want to put scores in the chat to like update people on it and stuff, if anyone cares about football, there will be plenty of people that do. So I wouldn't mind being updated if anyone's paying attention to it. But yeah, Everton versus Leeds on Monday. Looking forward to that one. Exciting for the season, aside from the Branthwaite injury. That's unfortunate. But we move. Gives the majority of Salford fans a definite choice between football and rugby league. Yeah, absolutely. Gonna disappear, watching match with family, have fun all. Well, thank you for stopping by, Kieran. Enjoy. Have a smashing time. So far, 16 votes. 56% say that Hull, Kingston and Rovers are going to win. We've got about 7 minutes to go as well. I think Wigan 28-22. Okay. I feel like with games like this, it's always hard to tell, because I'm not in a game like this. I normally lean towards that grand final feel where it's just a lot of back and forth. Last time out, there was a lot of points. Kieran with the donation. Thank you kindly. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much indeed. Donation from Kieran. What a guy. What an absolute stud. 16 to KR. This is the thing with games like this, is it's got that, might have that grand final feel, so will it actually play out like a grand final? Where it's a lot of back and forth stuff, nobody's really trying to chuck the ball around. I think I talked about this in my predictions video, that KR are more used to a certain method, so they will, I think they're more likely to stick to that method, which would be down the short side left to Mikey Lewis, kicking down that left flank, pinning them back in that corner, and then building defensive sets from there, and then building that field position, and then when they're in a position to strike, they'll start putting plays together inside the red zone rather than inside the midfield. Whereas Wigan, I think they're more likely to take the risks anywhere on the field, midfield and inside their own half. So, and we saw when Leeds did it against KR, we saw when Lee did it against KR, that helped to stretch the defence, unlock them a little bit, eat up more metres down the edges, rather than having to just compete through the middle. Even though Lee and Leeds, they could compete fairly well with KR through the middle if they wanted to, you don't want to have to get into that fight, and you take a big asset of KR out of the game by constantly spreading the ball and not letting their forwards kind of dictate the flow of the game or the speed of the ruck. So I think if Wigan keep moving the ball around, I think they'll get it done today, or they have a better chance of getting it done today, I should say. I have backed Wigan to win this by 4. It was 18-14, I think. So yeah, if it plays out how KR like it to go, just constantly through the middle, suits KR. If Wigan keep moving the ball around, suits Wigan. In the forwards, I think initially first 20 to 30 minutes is in favour of KR with the forwards they've got. And then when Patrick Mago comes on, his impact might change the game a little bit. So we will see. We will see. I think Whitbread's going to be huge as well. Like we talk about Sue, but Whitbread I think has gone under the radar a little bit because he's now doing what we see from Wormsley a lot is like multiple carries in a set for like up to 30 minutes, and like each carry is still as effective as the last. So it's going to be important to slow him down because he makes a lot of meters off the back of it as well. So it's going to be important to slow him down. People saying this is the grand final, but other teams can still get to Old Trafford. Anything can happen. Absolutely. I think anyone in the top 5 has a realistic chance of making the grand final. So, yeah, I think KR can get there because they're so good on both sides of the ball in sort of all areas. I think Wigan can get there because at their best they can be good in all areas. I think Leeds, because of how strong their pack is and how good their defence is. I think Lee, because of how strong the pack is, how good their attack is as well. Defence is improving, but their attack is, is up there. I think Saints, because of their pack and how good their defence is. So Lee have been towards the back end improving their defence, which is good. Saints towards the back end have been improving their attack, which is good for them. So, yeah, I think anyone in the top 5 has a realistic chance of getting to the grand final and genuinely winning it. But I think with all the 3 teams that can make 6th in Hull FC, Wakefield and Warrington, Wakefield have the best chance. And I think the best chance to upset somebody in playoffs as well. What a pundit, my man Kinetic. Well, it's what I do. I just yap about stuff and hope it makes sense. So, we're 2 minutes out. They're going to go through the... If only Cass could win the grand final. Mate, Cass will be there next year, don't you worry about it. Tex Hoy has a dream, and he will take Cass to the grand final. Don't you worry about it. So, they're going through the team list, so I will do one final run through. Make sure you vote on the poll. 26 votes, 54% say Wigan's going to win this. It has flipped. If you've got an exact score prediction, let me know as well. Get them in before we start. Last try for Warrington yesterday was very impressive, as well as entire second half. Much better. I would say we were gifted with a lot of penalties and knock-ons, errors, stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know if we deserved to win yesterday, but we just needed the 2 points, so I'll take it. So, final run through. In the backs for Wigan, they have Field, Miskey, Eckersley, Wardle, Marshall, Kieran and Smith. In the forwards, they have Havard, O'Neill, Byrne, Walters, Farrell and Ellis. On the benches, Mago, Leeming, Dupree and Hill. Douglas is the 18th man. For Hull Kingston Rovers, in the backs, they have Broadbent, Davies, Hiku, Batchelor, Burgess, Lewis and Morg. The forwards include Sue, Litton, Whitbread, Hadley, Martin and Minchella. On the bench is Warrior Hargreaves, Luckley, Tanganoa and Leyland. And then Dorrow is the 18th man. Was that you booing in the first half? All me. That was all me. Even though I've never booed in my life, that was all me. So if KR win their next, I want to say it was 4 in a row. If KR win their next... Hold the line, caller. Hold the line. Four games in a row, they win the League Leader Shield at home against Hull FC. John Wilkins going with an 8-point win for Wigan. Paul, I'm not sure who the other guy is on TV. I haven't really noticed. It's gone with a 4-point win to KR. I just didn't notice who it was. Okay, we've hit 8 o'clock. We've got 43 people in here. If you could leave a like on the live stream, that would help to get it out there to more people. That would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, thanks very much. Final few moments, get your votes in. 32 votes, 53% say that Wigan's going to win. Fair dues, fair dues. Decent turnout. Expecting at least 17k as an absolute minimum. Right then, teams are coming out. Sleepy Cougar's gone 22-16 to Hull KR. Okay. Fair dues, fair dues. See, I'm kind of in a bind here because I predicted Wigan to win, so I want them to win so that my predictions videos do better. But it's better if, for long term, it's better for Warrington's playoff hopes if KR win this. So, yeah. Well, actually, Wigan could still win this, but KR could get the League Leader Shield wrapped up by the second to last round, which I think is... Do you know, actually, it might be better if Wigan actually wins this today. It legit might be better. Yes, it is actually better for Warrington if Wigan win today. It is. Yes, it is. It is better for Warrington. If anyone's confused by that, that's because we need KR to basically beat Wakefield later, which they probably would do anyway, but to make sure they definitely win that one and they don't like rest anybody for it, they would have to, if they lose to Wigan today, KR win the rest of their games in a row, including Wakefield, then they sew up the League Leader Shield by the Wakefield game, and then they can rest players the week after against Warrington. They'd still potentially, realistically, beat Wakefield anyway, but don't want to take that chance with them possibly resting some in that game. But it's still need Wakefield to lose to either Huddersfield or Castleford, which is very unlikely. The chance with Huddersfield, if they start well, which they've done in the last few months, honestly, at this point. But yeah, the problem is with this is for Warrington, there's a lot that needs to go in our favour, so it's difficult. If KR win, Lee could be 1 point behind Wigan, I think. Alright, okay. As long as we win tomorrow, yeah, fair. Don't Warrington play better against better teams, so you don't want Hull KR putting out a weakened team? Well, I don't want us playing against KR at full strength. There's the possibility that there won't be as much intent if they put out a full team once they've already won the League Leader Shield, possibly. And they might think, let's just get as much game time in as possible before we get that week off. They might be thinking that. It's, I don't know. Just depends on them. Depends on them. Right, we're about to get underway very shortly. But there's just a lot that Warrington need, really. There's a lot. Unfortunately, too much out of our hands right now, which is the biggest concern. We just needed at least one win over Castleford, Lee or Wigan. Any of the last three, or the three before the win yesterday, would have made it so much more realistic. Just had to win one of them. And they're all winnable. They're all winnable. And we look worse against Castleford. Sod's law in it. Sod's law. Harry Smith will get us underway very shortly. I'll turn this fan off for now. If it needs to go back on, I'll turn it back on, but I'll turn it off for now. Folks, we're underway. Wigan Warriors will kick to Hull Kingston Rovers. It's going to be Burgess underneath it and Sue with the first carry of the game. I'm going to end this poll. 40 votes, and it's 50-50. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? You've got the AC on. I wish I had some AC. KR with the next carry coming up towards their own 20. Lytton at dummy half. And Whitbread with his first carry of the game. Doesn't make any progress there. Fair enough. Well, unfortunately, there's no other choice, Scott. Like, literally, mathematically, there's no other choice. Lytton at dummy half, just short of the 30. On his left to Mikey Lewis will kick from behind his own 30 towards the back left. Miskey collects it cleanly from his own 20, now over the 30 up towards the 40. They'll be happy to have him back. He's a great finisher in the corner. Excellent finisher. Goes under the radar a little bit. It's going to be Marshall with the next carry. Where's Christian Wade? Probably doing some catching drills somewhere, hopefully. It's next carry from Wardle up towards halfway. Can make or break Wise playoff hopes. It would be preferable if Lee win tomorrow, if they play Hull FC tomorrow, but lost ball from Wigan. It's a lost ball from Wigan, bloody hell. Early mistakes. Should we get a trumpet? Is he looking for an offload, maybe? Just lost the ball. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Nothing dodgy there. All Gucci. So, mistake from Wigan on their opening set. Not a good start. Bevan French in the stands. They would love to have him out there, but he will be back maybe next week or the week after, maybe. We will see. We will see. But as I was saying, it would help if Lee win tomorrow against Hull FC, but it's not the end of the world if they don't. It'd just be favourable if they did. So Davies with the first carry out the back of the scrum up towards halfway. Great place to start the set here for KR. Litton on the halfway line on the right-hand side to Hiku. Makes about 2 metres there. Litton now in centre field with Minchella. Eating up a few more metres, but good restriction here from Wigan so far. Litton again in centre field. 2.5 minutes almost gone. Left to Sue. Takes the next carry over the 40. Strong carry there. Up towards the 30. Not too bad. So that is now 2.5 gone. Fourth tackle for the Robins. Slightly left to centre field. Right to Mikey Lewis. Pops it up to Hadley. So now the last tackle about 25 metres out. I imagine this will just go short side right to Morgan. He'll chip towards the back right. And they go short side right to Morgan. He will chip towards the back right. Sometimes I'm reliable. Often not, but sometimes I am. So Wigan will have possession. They'll play the ball 3 minutes into the game. Near the left touchline. Harry Smith with a jam in there to Arthur Morg. Nicely done. So Wigan play this on their own 20. Field hands it off to Miskey. Up towards the 30. Second tackle, O'Neill at dummy half. It's going to be Havard with the next carry. So how much of this are we going to get? How much of a back and forth are we going to get before someone pulls the trigger and has a go? It was 28-12 in the last game. I didn't realise it was that much of a margin. But 28-12 to Wigan in the last one. O'Neill at dummy half. Last tackle inside KR territory. Left to Harry Smith. Kicks from the halfway line towards the back left. Davies underneath it. Sizes it up. Collects it cleanly on his own 10. And straight into Havard. That looked a bit awkward. I don't think there was anything to it, but it looked a bit awkward. Morg. Now with Hiku. Over the 20. 4 minutes gone. We could get a fairly quick game here. A quicker game than normal. Especially if it stays in field a lot. Just constantly going back and forth and not putting the ball in touch. So now with Hadley. Down the right edge. Strong carry there. KR coming up towards halfway. And a penalty for the Robins. So we've had a knock-on from Wigan and a penalty for offside. Yeah. Is that Walters? Yeah. Maybe Smith might have been as well, but yeah, Walters was a mile offside. That's alright, young man. You can make up for it later. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So this will be a tap on the 20 for KR. It's now with Morg in centre field with Mikey Lewis. Pops it up to Sue. Is that forward? Maybe. We move. Sue will play us about 13 metres out in centre field for Litton. He goes right to Minchella. Fakes the switch back to Whitbread, then gives it to Hadley. Takes it up towards the 10. 9 metres out for KR. Just over 5 minutes gone. Mikey Lewis down the left edge. Across the broad bent. Jammed into by Eckersley. Shrugs him off. Eats up a few more metres. Now 5 metres out. Yes, Jack. Reece Martin over on the left. Comes back towards the middle with Mikey Lewis. Pops it up to Minchella. He stopped on the 10. 2 more tackles to go in this set for Hull KR. 5.5 minutes on the clock. Litton waiting. He's going to go left. Pops up to Sue. Slides just 2 or 3 metres out from the try line between the sticks. Litton on the last. Goes left to Mikey Lewis. Chips towards the back left. Miskey versus Burgess. Burgess is tall. He is taller than Miskey at least. Eckersley's got some height on him as well, but Wigan get him down a few metres in front of the try line. Leeds running out of props. Who are they missing? Who are they missing? Miskey with the first carry of this set. Great carry up towards the 10. 6 minutes on the clock. Kieran at dummy half. Playing in the 6 role today. He did alright. He was there a couple of weeks back, I think. He looked alright. I can't remember who it was against. He might have had a few games in a row at 6. But he looked alright. Again, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Huddersfield, actually. But a penalty for Wigan. A cheer rings around the stadium. They're missing Oledsky, Holroyd, and Jenkins. Damn. Does that mean the Zen Monk's going to get some more minutes? Cassell starting prop tomorrow. Well, maybe. Maybe. Good luck to him. Who else do they... Who do they have then? They'll have Lasoni. They'll have Palacier and Lasoni. He might still be on the bench, so Cassell and Palacier starting. Front row, Smith at 13 probably, something like that. O'Neill on the 40 goes right to Ellis. Then he goes right to Kieran, switches back to Eckersley. Through centre field. Just over 7 minutes gone. Second tackle in this set for Wigan. Just short of halfway. Smith is out. Watkins at 13 then? Or is he out as well? Inside KR territory. Third tackle. Approaching 7.5 minutes. O'Neill on his right to Ellis. We'll switch back to Byrne. Takes it over the 40 for... Are you able to show footage? I'm not, Tom, unfortunately. Due to copyright reasons, I do not own the rights to do that. Field, in possession in centre field now, shifting right. That's a good tackle there from Sue. Watkins will be 13, yeah, probably. If he is available, should be. Smith will kick towards the back left. Davies versus Marshall, possibly. It's going to bounce once. Marshall kicks it over the top of his head. Bounces once, twice, 3 times a lady. Eventually collected by Mikey Lewis. 5 out from his own try line. And that's going to be... Bear with me. Offside from... somebody. Fair enough, Liam Marshall. That's new. TV's updating, not happy. That's unfortunate, Tom. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. 8.5 minutes gone. Still 0-0. No one really spreading the ball too much. A couple of offloads here and there. Territory looks better for KR right now, mainly because of a turnover and a couple of penalties in their favour. But other than that, it's fairly even right now. But the Robins in the best field position so far. Litton over on the left-hand side, back towards the middle with Minchella. He switches back to Sue. Predictions, I initially had Wigan 18, Hull KR 14. That was my initial prediction. But I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong. I'm not even bothered if I'm wrong, because who knows with this. Broadbent, great ball to Burgess down the left edge. In the corner, possibly. Almost in touch. Almost. Well done, Kieran. Batchelor, who's playing in the back line today. We've got a play down in backfield. That's Martin, if he's number 17. I think that's Martin. Down at the moment. 9.5 minutes gone. Martin's back in the line. Back towards the middle with Minchella on the last tackle. Across to Morg. Kick towards the back, maybe. Oh, that is nice. Nice line from Hadley, and he walks in. That's a try for the Robins. It's given straight up. We're not even checking stuff. Thank God. I mean, there was nothing to check, but you can never be too careful with Super League these days. But that's a try for Hull Kingston Rovers with Hadley. So I was sure there was going to be either a chip kick towards the corner with like how much kind of space there was to stretch the defence. I was thinking there might be a kick towards the corner, get a 1v1, or a kick through. Morg draws one in. Great line from Hadley. Walks in. Fair enough. 4-0 for the Robins. Fair dues. Let's have a look again. I mean, I missed it. Here we go. And Minchella out the back to Morg. Fair enough. I think that might be Wardle not covering his inside shoulder, maybe. Yeah, Wardle didn't... it kind of isolated Harry Smith in a 1v1 against Hadley. I don't think Wardle really protected his inside shoulder there. Someone that knows more than me can correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but I think that might be the issue there. But there you go, 4-0 for the Robins with a kick to come. You got cricket, football, and the rugby all on different screens. Well, enjoy. Reece Martin with 11 minutes on the clock to add the extras. $12 of 18, only 67% this year. Not great. Not great. Treating yourself to Pizza Shop Absolute Bliss, I assume. Yeah, there you go. Paul, welcome back, sir. Welcome back. Good to see you, mate. And Fred, good to see you as well. The kick is Good. That's going to be 6-0 for Hull Kingston Rovers. There we go, 6-0. Junior was out of this planet on the weekend. Was he now? Was he now? If there's an ad that plays, there will be more ads during the live stream, but that's when there's nothing going on, basically. Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember now. Sounds familiar. Sue with the first carry on the return. There's an arm around the neck there. But he carries up towards the 20. That's a great opening carry there. Coming up towards 12 minutes, Burgess with the next carry, who, by the way, I have backed for the left wing spot for England. He's now with Litton. Then with Minchella. Carry through centre field up towards the 40. Litton scoots, eating up the metres over halfway, bumps off Kieran. Still moving up towards Wigan's 40. Great set. Excellent return set here from KR. Short side left to Mikey Lewis. Kicks towards the back left here. Field underneath it. Collects it cleanly on the 10. And is stopped just over the 10. Who do you think going to play in the playoff, and how do you think, and who do you think is going to win the championship? From what I've heard, York are the strongest team, so I'll just say York. I think the top 5 for playoffs is set, and I think Wakefield's most likely to get the 6th spot. Which means it'll be, I don't know, Lee versus Wakefield, would it? And then Leeds versus Saints? Oh, both of those could go to the 5th and 6th place teams. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at half time. I'll get back to you on that. So on the last tackle for Wigan, Smith will kick down the left-hand side. Caught slightly in centre field for Broadbent. Returns it over the 30. Up towards the 40. The ball pops out. And it's going to be a knock-on from the Robins to turn over the ball inside their own territory, gifting Wigan likely to be their best field position of the game. They can challenge it if they want to. You can challenge if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. I'll shut up now. They are going to challenge this. They will challenge. Claiming a ball steal. Very early challenge. Let's have a gander, shall we? I think it's Farrell's arm is... No, it's not trapped. But it's not... okay. I think this is at minimum going to be inconclusive. I don't think KR is going to win this one. Best case scenario for them, it's inconclusive, but I reckon they'll lose this one. No, that's fair. There's no pull. He's got his hand on the ball. He doesn't pull his hand up. It's as Broadbent falls, the ball, of course, goes up. So that's fine. That's fine by me. I'm Gucci with that. Challenge unsuccessful. Have to be very confident to use the challenge so early. Yeah, very true. Very true. I think in that kind of situation as well, I mean, if Broadbent was adamant that he didn't drop it, I get it from his perspective, but how not still? So Farrell had a hand on the ball, but there was no stripping action. So as he basically had the hand on the ball, as Broadbent went down, the ball went up with his hand, basically. If I've explained that well enough for those that aren't watching. So there was no stripping action, just to be clear. His hand was on the ball, but there was no stripping action. The ball just popped out as Broadbent fell down. So O'Neill on his left to Ellis, then left to Smith. Pops it up to Walters. Almost a bit of room to run in there. Wardle at dummy half on the left edge. Comes back towards the middle with Smith. Pops it flat across to Havard. He's now going to be stopped about 8 metres out between the sticks. But it's a knock-on from Wigan. You can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Strip that, but ref and video ref are both from Wigan. Sam's already shit-stirring again. First message, he's already shit-stirring. What do you think about the 14 teams in Super League next year, if it goes ahead? I think it's going to be good for variety, new stadiums to go to, so possibly good for away attendance to those grounds as well. York really needs better attendance, honestly. And a penalty for the Robins. Jesus Christ. Burn. Just rip up the contract, Warrington. Just rip it up. Matt Pete signed a new contract. Did he need to? Isn't he on like an 8-year contract already or something? Or a 10-year contract? Something ridiculous like that? Sounds like a 50-50 call, not worthy of a challenge in my opinion. I reckon Broadbent just thought it was stripped because the ball came loose. That's probably his thought. Watching now, but like your commentary. Well, thank you, Tom. If you do want to stick around, you're welcome to do so. Because then you can always pop your opinions in there, you know? People can have chats in there. But the ball comes loose from Mikey Lewis. Throw a punch, Mikey. For the shits and gigs, do it. Do it. Straight up dropped it. Duffy linked with York. Isn't he? Is he? Okay, well, fair enough. That would be a great signing. It would be a great signing if they got him. Likely to happen. I think it would be, a great show of intent from York. And they'll need more Super League quality. So Wayward pass out the back, eventually collected by Marshall on the 40 inside Robins territory. Third tackle coming up for Wigan. I'll get back to the chat in a second. Wigan not too far out from a try, possibly. We'll see. Walters takes a carry through centre field. 17 minutes on the clock. Third tackle, right to Ellis. Or fourth tackle, sorry, now with Kieran. Have the numbers, maybe. Kieran making up some extra metres there. Last tackle for Wigan, just over 20 metres out. O'Neill on his left to Smith. Has to just dink past one. Then collected by Broadbent, recovers it over the 20, and the Robins now back in possession. Wigan not looking too clean in their sets. A couple tackles kind of slowing things down. To me, it was worth the challenge from my view. Mostly non-biased, but maybe slightly look like a steal. I don't see any steal in there, if I'm honest. But I think it was the right call. Slightly behind me. Oh dear. If anyone wants a time sync, by the way, I'll just do a quick time sync for those that want to sync it up at all. So the clock is 17:50 now. So there you go. Done. Salford game has been called off. Has certainly been called off. Which is unfortunate. I don't know what the repercussions will be for the league though. We'll have to see. Miskey collects the ball on the 10, recovers it up towards the 20, straight into Morg, Minchella and Hadley, both there to help him out. Would Duffy turn up for training at York, though? Probably. He'd turn up anywhere else. He'd put in a shift anywhere else at this point. He's probably just done with the club at this point. Wigan play it on their own 30. Eckersley with the next carry. There's a few messages I've missed here, I think, as well. Top man watcher from Easthall, obviously, dude. Good work, dude. Thank you. Raymondo. Think I found my new favourite place to watch some rugby. Oh, lovely. Fantastic, Lewis. Last tackle for Wigan. Just over halfway. Smith sort of drills this low towards the back left. Couple bounces. Then collected cleanly by Broadbent. Carries up towards the 30. Slammed into the ground by Harry Smith. I think KR win tonight, but in the playoffs, Wigan would be a different beast. I think that's probably a fair shout, Kevin. Probably a fair shout. Holding hands with Vaughan. Oh yeah, great little relationship they got going over there. A couple of lovebirds. Litton on his left to Minchella in centre field. Left to Mikey Lewis at the back. He'll switch back to Reece Martin. Wrapped up by O'Neill, he gets an offload to Litton, though. Carries it down the left edge, over halfway. 2 more tackles in this set. 19.5 minutes on the clock. Hello, Dingle. Good to see you again, sir. Could be the end for Salford. I reckon I think they'll be okay. But whether they'll be the same again, I don't know. We'll see. Litton goes short side left to Lewis on the last tackle. Approaching 20 minutes. Kick towards the back left for Miskey. He's underneath it. Collects it cleanly. Skips past one. Cuts back towards the middle. And recovers it just over the 10. Salford didn't sort it out and 3 teams come up. Yeah, pretty sure. I still need to make a video. I was planning to make a video on like the 14 team thing and Magic Weekend. I've got an idea for Magic Weekend. I just need to make the bloody video for it because there's talk about getting rid of it. But I have an idea. So May goes on. Here we go. One of the big 4. Regulars will know who the big 4 are, in my opinion. But people should know anyway, I assume. O'Neill, in centre field, will go left to Harry Smith. Kicks from his own 40 on the last tackle. So we're done with the first quarter. 6-0 for the Robins. They've lost a challenge, but of course have the lead. I think they know which one they'd prefer to have. They carry up towards the 30 with Davies. He will play for Morgan centre field. He's got Hickey on his right. Eats up about 7 or 8 metres up towards the 40. 21 minutes on the clock. Second tackle, Morg on his right to Tanginoa. Great impact player this season. Great impact player. Morg over on the right, comes back towards the middle with Minchella. Pops out the back to Mikey Lewis. Out the back to Broadbent. 3 on 2 maybe. Batchelor wrapped up. There's a big tackle there from Eckersley. It's now the 4th tackle, Mikey Lewis on Wigan's 40. Switches back to Whitbread, who takes it just short of the 30 or 3 metres shy. Offloaded a couple of times now in the hands of Minchella, who takes it over the 30. And it'll now go left to Mikey Lewis. Engages the line. Chips the ball towards the back left. Burgess versus Field maybe. Field goes up. Collects it in goal. 20-metre tap. 7 tackle set. Field might have a bit of room to run. It looks like the defensive line set. He'll switch it back to Marshall though. It's already difficult to get space against Hull KR. But if Field gets a little bit, he could do a lot of damage. Quarterfinals of the Cup at Magic. I mean, that'd be an interesting thing to kind of do. It's not quite that. It's more of... Oh, that looked forward. Yeah, that was a mile forward. It's given as forward. Fair enough. So, a few too many mistakes from Wigan here. A few too many mistakes. Well, where are you passing that, Brad? Bloody hell. Okay. We're playing at Cell Rugby Stadium. The one from RL26, probably. Interesting. I think Salford do have to be relegated, unfortunately. But maybe a season in the Championship, or a few in the Championship, might revitalise, rejuvenate the club. We'll see. We will see. Plenty of quality on the bench there with French and Nsemba next to each other. Out of the back of the scrum, they go left to Lewis. That looks slightly forward, but it's alright. Carry it just short of the 30. He certainly won't be, Rammer Man. Certainly won't be. Screen's going a bit laggy for me, a bit buggy. Don't know for anyone else. I must have accidentally swapped this for Warrington's screen last night at the stadium. Is anyone else getting this? Or was it just me? Whitbread carries it towards the 20. Litton on his left to Broadbent. Up towards the 10. This is actually really bad on my screen. I don't know if anyone else is getting it. Honestly, it might just be me. No problem on Sky? Yeah, it might just be me then. Lewis engages the line. Now going to place about 5 metres out. Quick play the ball there for Litton. Kicks the ball through. Mago is there, but it's collected by O'Neill. Mate, this is not great. I'm going to have to turn the TV off a second. That is not great. It's literally the whole screen is just buggy. The whole screen. I actually cannot, properly see it. Came on, it's still doing it. This is awful. Smith will kick on the 4th tackle. What channel are you watching on? Sky Plus was bad, but Sky Action okay. I'm watching on Sky Action. I don't know. My TV gets really hot. I don't know if it's because it's so hot. I don't know. Next carry from Davies. Up towards the 40. Next carry from Tanganoa. Down on the right edge. Coming up towards halfway. Next carry from Hadley. I know I'm getting on with it, but I actually cannot tell you how bad this is on my screen right now. I cannot tell you how bad it is. Lewis goes left to Broadbent, chucks it over the top, collected by Burgess down the left edge. Bit of room to run. Is stopped about 15 metres out, maybe a little bit more. Last tackle. It's now with Mikey Lewis. Chips it towards the sticks. Hiku goes up, so does Wardle. Wardle collects it. And he's brought down a few metres short of the 10. Field pops the ball up to someone on his left. I can't tell. I really cannot tell. There was a stoppage at Anfield because of racist comments from the crowd. Oh, that's shit. I cannot tell you how bad. This is so bad. This is actually so bad. Do you know what? I'm actually going to try Sky Sports Plus, see if it changes. Actually, why don't I just try a different channel and just see if it does it? Go back to live TV. Sorry, folks. I'm not watching the... Okay, it's still doing it on a different channel. I'm going to reset the box. Okay, I'm currently not watching the game. If someone wants to update it in the chat, you can do. I'm currently not watching the game. Because I'm not watching it like this. Try SD channel, not HD. I don't even know how to change it to an SD channel. Yeah, I have to reset this this stuff because I cannot watch it on this. Oh my god. Yeah, so unfortunately, monitor not Sky. It might be my TV. My TV gets incredibly hot. Unbelievably hot. But it never does this. Maybe if I turn the fan towards the TV. Might have to do that. Possibly. Possibly Jack Pepsi. Possibly. Right, let's try it, shall we? Let's try it. Wigan tackle count for midfield. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Wigan got a penalty. They're on Chaos 40. Knock on by Wigan. I reckon there's a bunch of lies going on here. Who can trust it, really? Oh, it's still happening. It's still happening. This is great. This is absolutely excellent. Oh, I'm an idiot. I might actually be thick as pig shit. Sky Sports app. I'll watch it on my PC. Well done, me. Well done, me. Anyone got the Liverpool score, by the way? Right. Again, apologies for this. I have to sign in to my Sky account. If it wants to sign in... Unfortunately, it's taking the mick. Okay, finally. Oh, for God's sake. Sky Go. I've got a Virgin Media account, so that I have to sign in through that. Right, let's try again, shall we? Log in. Virgin Media. I'm sorry about this, guys. For those that can't watch it, hopefully people are being reliable with the comments in the chat. 502, bad gateway. Oh, that's just excellent, isn't it, mate? So good. Access denied. Sorry, for what reason? Are you taking the piss, mate? Forgot your password. It's not even about password. It's not letting me sign in. I click on access denied. You don't have permission to access this. Oh my God. Wow. Never does this. It never does this. I'm going to have to watch this on my TV through whatever the hell this is. Or I'll watch on my phone, which I'm not going to do. This is appalling. This is so bad. This is so unbelievably bad. It's still showing bits of the other, like, the other channel. This is so bad. This is actually awful. I think, honestly, my best bet is my phone. I think my phone, like, might legit be the best option I've got. It's going to have to be my phone. For God's sake. Oh, so excited. So excited. Right, phone, full brightness. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. This is great. I'll keep trying on my PC as well, if I can. But right then, so I'm going to be a little bit further behind than what I was. So currently the clock for me is 31:55. Break for Broadbent. Field to beat. Offloads it to Burgess. Almost missed a try. Could have potentially missed a try, but we're good. Mikey Lewis scoots from dummy half. Shifting towards the right. Wrapped up there by Field. That's a great tackle. Great tackle. Warrior Hargreaves. Shoots it right to Hadley. Engage the line. Third tackle. Fourth tackle now coming up. Approaching 32.5 minutes. KR come back towards the middle with Mikey Lewis. There's a switch back for Minchella. Last tackle. 1-0 Liverpool. Okay, fair dues. Litton will go left to Lewis. Across to Broadbent under pressure. Wrapped up by Eckersley. And that's a turnover. So apologies for that, folks. Yeah, the TV is screwed. Absolutely screwed. It gets boiling hot. I've actually got the fan just pointed on it right now. Yeah, and it won't let me sign in to Sky on the PC for whatever reason. It never does this, but it's not letting me do it. And yeah, I'm having to watch it on my phone, which is just brilliant. Really happy about that. Never been happier in my life. So Wigan in possession. That's going to be a... Is that a knock-on from O'Neill? It's a knock-on from O'Neill. Just more mistakes. More and more mistakes. Lewis is back. Throw the TV out the window? Maybe. Maybe. I hope we're well. I hope everybody else is well. Screencast. Well, the problem is, John, it's like the TV. What is coming on the TV keeps messing up, so it might just keep doing it anyway. I need like a Chromecast thing, which I've got, but it's downstairs. I'm good with this. I can watch it on my phone. This works. This works. As long as everyone feels like we're cool, we're moving forwards, we're watching the game, we're good to go. Splendid. Out the back of the scrum for the Robins, right-hand side with Hiku. Broadbent, dummy half, comes back towards the middle. There's a switch back for Tanganoa. Carries it back up towards the 10. Lytton right at the sticks. He will go left to Morg. Then across to Mikey Lewis. Could have the numbers here. Over the top to Burgess. Carries it over the 10. A few extra metres there. 3 more tackles in this set for the Robins. They come back towards the middle. In centre field with Mikey Lewis. On his right to Hadley. He's now going to play this about 5 metres out from the try line, just right at the sticks. 4th tackle for Hull Kingston Rovers. Lytton is going to go himself, possibly kicks the ball through. Professional foul? Maybe? Play a tackle without the ball. Maybe. Maybe. That could be a yellow. No try given on field, so they'll check like the merits of a penalty try. But somebody was definitely taken out off the ball. On this tiny screen that I'm watching on. This is just great. This could be... Would it be Farrell? Possibly? Mate, TV's still doing it. What is going on with that? Not sure what it's going to be. Depends if he's in range and they think he's going to score a try, if not for the penalty. That's what it depends on. .446 left. I am back on it as well now, Jonathan. I do appreciate the stuff. I'm probably just going to be a bit behind people right now. Is that a penalty try? Yeah, TV is off completely right now. The fan is still on it. See, when the other things pop up and there's no issue with it, it's when it goes to Sky. It's making me think it's the Virgin box. Both are off for now. And it's going to be...
It's going to be yellow card. I can't speak. You ballers get Campbell.
So it's going to be Farrell with the yellow card. Let's plop this next to him, shall we? And that is completely fair. No issues, no complaints about that from me. So they'll actually go for 2. This is, I mean, it's fine because they would now have an 8-point lead, but you've got an extra man for 10 minutes. You're in front of their try line. It's not like you have to, well, obviously it wouldn't happen if they had a penalty anyway, but it's not like you have to work the ball up the field. But now you have to work the ball up the field. Even though you've got the extra man. If they can work it up the field easily, fair dues, no issues with that. But they have to actually do it now. Otherwise, they've just given up all this territory where they could have scored another try. Your dad's is down 2? Yeah, I don't know if anyone else had the issue. The issue for me was that literally the screen, it felt like every pixel was just lagging. It overlaid with the previous frame to the previous frame to the previous frame in just all different... It just looked weird. Looked awful to watch. But we're back underway anyway. I know there's a lot of people here, so... And possibly a bunch of people that can't watch, so at least we're back underway. We're in the swing of things. And there's a kick-off. It's going to be collected by Burgess. He'll hand the ball off to Jared Warrior Hargreaves. Carries it just short of the 10. Smashed into. And there's a slow play of the ball here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Can't see Wigan scoring twice tonight. Oh, yeah, it's a good point, Rambo Man, actually. I can't see them scoring twice. Which is weird. Yeah, but yeah, they've been poor. They've been poor so far. So now with Hadley through centre field up towards the 20 for the Robins. Next carry from Reece Martin up towards the 30. It's now going to be Lytton at dummy half over on the left edge. Now with a carry through the middle from Jared Warrior-Hargreaves once again. Up towards the 40. 3 minutes to go in the first half. 8-point lead for Hull Kingston Rovers. There's a kick on the last from Mikey Lewis down the left edge. Collected on the 10 by Abbas Miski. Over the 20, straight into Lytton. And he'll play this a few metres shy of the 30. It's now with Eckersley. Up towards the 30, a little bit closer. Smith. On his right to Hill. Takes a carry straight up. 5 errors from Wigan. Not great. Not great. 69 completion rate. That's awful. Smith shifting it left, and it's a wayward pass. Oh my God, turned over to Davies. What are Wigan doing? They look awful. Absolutely awful. This is not good at all. Not good at all. The Robins, only about 30 metres out now. Next carry from Petter Hiku. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Maybe the Robins could go for 1. Just make it a little bit awkward, maybe, if they wanted to. Lytton scoots himself, brought down on the 10. Plays it for Minchella. On his right to Mikey Lewis. Pops it across. The ball comes loose. Popped up to Field. And he stopped about 12 or 13 out from his own try line. And we've got pushing and shoving. I think I'm a bit behind some of you, unfortunately. A bit of pushing and shoving. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. So we'll have a bit of a stoppage here. A bit of a stoppage. So there's 58 seconds to go in the first half. 8 points advantage for the Robins. Yellow card for Farrell as well. Who do you think is going to win? Probably the Robins, based on how it's going. Hull KR. So I'm sure the refs will say, you come charging in, I can't do my job. You tell your players to stand back, and I'll do my job. Play the ball. That's basically my impression of Liam Moore. Hope you liked it. Is it on the script? Maybe. Maybe. So still waiting for a bit. Unfortunately, I can't hear it. I might just have to put my earphones in. Do you know what? I'm only wearing this because I get the sound through my TV through this, but I'm considering I'm not watching through my TV. There's no point in me wearing these anymore. Just for show at this point. So I'm going to have to connect my headphones in a second. I'm going to see if the TV's any different. Right, so the screen itself is fine. So it's not doing anything silly, like just on the screen itself. So it might just be an issue with Sky. Yeah, it's the box itself, unfortunately. HDMI cable. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, to be honest. Headphones are off. Bang. Right, let's connect the headphones, shall we? Give it a wiggle. Maybe. Do I look ridiculously different? Right, there we go. I've got sound. I have sound. Let's go. Next carry for Wigan. They take it up towards their own 20. We've got about 45 seconds to go. O'Neill hands the ball off to Dupree. Strong carry over the 30. A few more metres as well. .30 seconds left. And a penalty for Wigan. So about 20 seconds to go. They get one chance here possibly to add some points on the board maybe. We will see. It was offside from, is that Minchella? I think it is. So yeah, 10 seconds to go. What will Wigan choose to do? Just kick to the corner. Maybe try and spread the ball. Go for one. Make it awkward later on possibly. We'll see. And a kick towards the sticks from Smith. Batted over the dead ball line by Broadbent. And that's going to be half time. Clinical from Hull KR so far. They've done everything they've needed to. Wigan, they've not been great. Too many errors. Okay, there could have been an option to challenge something there from Wigan. And possibly a penalty there for Wigan. Possibly. Yeah, that's a penalty straight up, actually. I think Litton's changed direction there into field. I think that should be a penalty for Wigan, but yeah, that's going to be the end of the half. Wigan could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot better. If they can just complete the sets in the second half, that'll give them a much better chance in the next. But yeah, from what I remember of the half, what I was able to see of it, it was all right. Would like to have seen more, but we move. Hope everybody's doing well anyway. Hope everybody is splendid. Yeah. So I'm going to try Sky again on my PC. We'll see what happens. But Sod's Law in it. Sod's Law. No. For some reason. Okay. Alright. That is weird. But yeah, there we go. Half time. 8-0 for Hull Kingston Rovers. And there'll also be a man up for a few minutes going into the second half as well. That'll be a huge advantage for them. Set the tone. Lay the platform. Lay the foundations in second half. Wigan will do us in the second half. Well, you always do that, Alex. I feel like Alex is the only KR fan I know that will actively say that they're going to lose a game. Probably to be like, if it does happen, he's already said it. Or to maybe try and sound humble. Alex is like, I feel like that's one of his new things recently. You're a pessimist and have really bad luck. Interesting. You said against Castleford, Castleford's going to win it. That was one of the first things you said last time, was Cass is going to win it. Now, you say that, but it wasn't really. Right, I'm going to put a poll up in the chat. People can let me know their thoughts on it. Right, vote on the poll in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know. Jake Gallagher, hi mate, Hull KR fan here. Is your video buffering because my telly's buffering like crap? Basically, Jake, the issue with my screen is like Imagine breaking up this screen into a bunch of rectangles, like what you're watching now, and there's a bunch of rectangles that, let's say I kept changing stuff, like the halftime thing went away, the full-time thing came up, like I kept changing it, all that kind of stuff, and then the pixels on different frames just kept blurring and just changing. That's what I've got. We got Jake and Frank. We've got a family scrap going on in here, because I'm all for it. I was going to go check my phone then. I'll leave my phone right there. And I was wondering for a split second why my phone wasn't there. And that's because it's set up right there so I can watch the game. Well done me. Yeah, I'm not. It's not really buffering. It's just the screen's going mental. But based on how the TV's working on other stuff, I think it's my Virgin box rather than anything else. I need to reset internet. I can't watch anything. Okay. Right. I am going to... This is what I'm going to do. Hold on, because there is a fix I need to do here. Okay. I'm going to set up a different stream. Okay. So it's going to be the same name. I'm going to set it up on my channel. I'm going to set up a different stream. End this one. Reset the internet. Because it needs to be reset. And then I will come back onto that second stream. Let me set it up and I'll leave a link in the chat. So let me do that first. Okay. Right. To change the thumbnail. This, yeah. Luckily, it's half time, so I can do all this nonsense. Okay. Today's date set up for 9 PM. That's done. Right then, so bear with me. Live stream. Wait. Oh, that's the one. That's the one. Okay, if everyone could go to that link that I've just put in the chat. Use the link you post in Discord? Maybe. Maybe. Right. Yeah, if everyone could go over to that other stream that I've just linked in the chat, that'd be great. Everyone go to that one now. This one's going to end. Because I need to reset the internet. Okay then. Right. I'll see you in a bit. See you in a bit.